Hey everyone, Kyle here. Welcome back to Collecting America's Pastime. Hope you guys are having a good week so far. I wanted to make this video yesterday, but didn't have too much time last night, so we're making it today. Uh, I have a lot of cards to get through. I have had a couple nice mail days this week, so I'll get into that here in a second. But I did want to say thank you to the community for the welcome back. I've been received back with open arms. Um, Already getting added to multiple text groups, chat groups, etc. I would actually have one tonight that I'm looking forward to. I didn't participate in any of that stuff the last time I was making videos, so this is a refreshing, nice change of pace, and I'm looking forward to the group interaction. So I do have some goals for future content, not just mail days, but I want to do player stories, set histories, especially obscure sets. Um, Nothing is going to compare to what Mr. Mangini can produce, but I want to put my own flavor on some stuff, and I'm hoping to do some more collabs going forward. So uh, we'll see how much time I have to make all that, but those are some goals. So, anyways, let's get into some cards. First up, I have a group of cards here. Um, Somebody in Net 54 had reached out to me with some beater Hall of Famers. They were all from the 50s or 60s. I think it was 60s and 70s. And we were too far away on price. Um, I had the large majority of what he was offering already. They would have been just second or third cards of Hall of Famers, which is fine. I'm looking to collect those, but just wasn't looking to spend that money on these because they're in pretty rough condition. And he ended up replying to one of my messages saying, "Hey, just take these for free." Um, so yeah, here they are. I got a 1967 Topps Ed Matthews here. Um, I have a 1974 Topps Harmon Killebrew, 1967 Topps Bob Gibson, 1974 Topps Tony Oliva, and then the one card that's going to be added to the spreadsheet is the 1967 Topps Ron Santo here. So, a really great group of cards. There was another Hall of Famer, I believe, in the group that I'm actually gifting to my parents' neighbor's son. Um, I gave him a care package a week or two ago, and I'm giving him another one here soon. So, uh, but I mentioned him in a previous video. He's a cool kid. So, anyways, great group of cards, and it was excited to add to the Hall of Fame project, especially adding the Ron Santo to knock another one off. From eBay, we have a few that came in. We have the Perez Steel Lee McPhail. This is from '99. This is the year after he was inducted, 1998. So, yeah, he doesn't have any uh, playing days, I guess. I mean, he was an executive, so he doesn't have any cards from when he was actually an executive. But this is as close as I can get. So, uh, then we have the 1972 Roberto Clemente here. I was pretty hyped about this one. It's his actual last card. So previously I had a 73 Clemente, but that card, although it's his last card, produced around the time that he played. It came the year after he retired. So this is his true last playing days card. Um, it has a speck of paper loss on the back. No big deal. Helps keep the price cheap. It's relatively well centered. Got great eye appeal. So it's just a great card. Then I have a 1954 Bowman George Kell. Um, I did not pay very much for this at all. Kell's one of those ones where you can get 50s examples of him for very, very cheap, in my opinion. You got to sacrifice some quality, but I mean, you're spending a couple bucks on 50s Hall of Famers, and that's ridiculous. So, love this card. Um, Then we have a 1939 to 46 Exhibits Joe DiMaggio. Um, it's his most affordable playing days card out there, to my knowledge. And I know some people, don't consider them cards. Quite frankly, I do, and that's okay. Um, it has a pinhole, it has some creasing, it has some tape on the bottom. That's fine. I kept it in my price range. So, hyped to finally knock off Joe DiMaggio again. What I'm trying to do is just build a base, again, of the late pre and then post war guys. That way, going forward with my kids and such, we can just add duplicates that they like, or not duplicates, but other examples of Hall of Famers that they like without the pressure of needing that card, or needing that player, and then also can work on acquiring it's saving and acquiring the pre-war guys that are just ridiculously tough, or scarce or expensive, etc. So DiMaggio is a big one. Then we have a 54 Topps Gene Woodling. 54 Topps has quickly become possibly my favorite 50s set. I don't know why I didn't think much of it previously. I think 56 had been my previous favorite, but 54 is just beautiful. So Woodling is obviously for my grandpa's Connections PC. My grandpa pitched against Gene Woodling in the minors. So this is a great example for, again, relatively cheap. So next card here is actually a change of pace. It's a basketball card and it's modern. This is Enrique Freeman. This is his rookie auto from Topps Black. The card shop that I work at, when I was comping cards a couple weeks ago, I came across a redemption that I believe the shop had opened a box and had gotten a redemption for the Enrique Freeman auto. And I couldn't believe it, being an Akron fan and all that stuff. Not everyone knows about Enrique Freeman. And I was telling the owner, the IPC Freeman, and, telling him the story a little bit. And he said, yeah, just keep it. So appreciate him for that. And it came in. Panini was lightning quick with the redemption. Only took like 2 weeks for it to come in. And I love this card. And then lastly, we have some bangers. Shout out to Scott Russell. He is the founder and owner of the Collector Connection Auction House. Scott is a part of Tobacco Row on Facebook. He's on the 54. I see him post all the time. He's just a great dude. And as auction houses continue to raise their buyer's premiums and stuff like that, Collector Connection has actually lowered their buyer's premium. It's, I think, 17.5%, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know how that affects sellers versus buyers. I know that it allows me to be a little bit stronger in my base offer for cards. And I had a tremendous experience with this. This is, I think, the first time I've won cards from the Collector Connection, and from start to finish, just an excellent process. Great auction house, great selection of cards in their last auction. So here are my winnings. I got a 1909 E92 Dockman & Sons Hugh Jennings. It is his final playing days card, I believe. And I think he only played like one game that year, but it counts. He was Ty Cobb's teammate and manager. So really, really cool connection there. And then and this card obviously has its flaws, but for being a 116-year-old card, it is just a beautiful, beautiful piece of history. So, and then a 1909 to 11 E90-1 Joe Tinker. This thing came from church. It's very holy, and I love it. Quite frankly, the holes don't really take away from the eye appeal for me. It has a beautiful blue background. None of the holes really touch any key parts of the card. Face is fully intact, name is fully intact, all that jazz. So I love this Tinker, and he's part of Baseball Stat Lexicon. Tinker's the Everest Chance. For those of you who don't know that, go look it up. It was a double play combo. Tinker being the shortstop, Evers being the second baseman, and Chance being the first baseman for the Cubs back in the day when they were good, before they spent 100 years and then broke my Cleveland fandom heart in 2016. So anyways, I love this card, and two pre-war Hall of Famers knocked off the spreadsheet. So speaking of the spreadsheet, here is the progress. I'm just going to focus on the Cooperstown collection. I did add the Enrique, but it's not in my spreadsheet yet, and I did add the Woodling, and that actually is in the spreadsheet, but I have 3 Woodlings now, 54, 56, and 57. So focusing on the Cooperstown, I'm up to 184 out of 351, 52.42%, and we are getting pretty close to being done with all of the key post-war guys. So yeah, what's left is let's see. I'm not going to focus on the Negro League guys. Schuerholz, he's tougher. I have somebody from the Kansas City area hunting him for me. Pat Gillick, he has a couple. He has 1 or 2 cards from his executive days that they aren't too terribly expensive. They're just kind of rare. There's actually one online that has an autograph it's not too bad, but it's just the auto that's authenticated or graded, and the slab is kind of ugly, and the seller wouldn't budge much on the price, so I'm just going to kind of leave that how it is. Bowie Kuhn's another one. He has some that I'm looking at, but haven't pulled the trigger yet. And then, I think the big few that are left, let's see. You know what? I'm not going to spoil anything. So I have some big ones that are coming, and it leaves about 2 guys left, or 2 big names post-war that I still am searching for, but I'm not going to ruin my future mail days. So next video, hopefully those are in, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So comment below if you have any suggestions for some collaborations that I should reach out to, and some video ideas, any sets you want, any player highlights you want. I can Jim Thome, Jose Ramirez, Enrique Freeman, Hall of Famers in general. So just let me know. But thank you very much for watching. Live free, dream big.